Hello and welcome to a Chip Off the Old Block Toys. I'm Jeff and we've got a shop update. Now, the first update is, you can see how red my face is. It is hotter than a firecracker up in here. I still don't have AC. In fact, I've got very little money to do anything in here, but I do have a project that I want to let you in on. If you guys would, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on all notifications, and leave me a comment below. Also, remember that these videos are Enzo approved. So the project that I have is this wall right here. Has no insulation in it. It does have electrical. It came with the house this way. However, the electrical was done wrong. How? Because we've got 15 and 20 amp things mixed. And based on the other things I've seen the previous owner do to this house, I don't trust it. So what are we going to do? Well, first we got to take all these boxes up here and move them to the other side of the shop where I built the shelves last year. Then, once we get these boxes removed, I can gently take the shelf down. Once I get the shelf taken down, I can very gingerly remove these pressboard panels. And once that's all exposed, I can redo the electrical. Now, I have all the supplies for electrical, so I don't need any money at all to do that. The only sad thing is, I don't have money for insulation. So, I will not be able to put new insulation in the walls. In fact, I'm not even going to put the plywood back on because I'm just going to take it off again once it's done, once I have the plywood or the insulation. So that's where Bricklink sales come in. So if you guys would hit over my Bricklink store, buy stuff from me, or if you want to make a donation, there is a PayPal link in the description and it'll go right towards the insulation in these walls. 2 of these walls are insulated, 2 of the 4, and in that corner where both walls insulate meet is much cooler in here all the time. Over on this side, well, the wall here and the wall right here is not insulated, so this corner is always hotter than a firecracker up in here. But anyway, I'll put insulation in once I get the money, and then we're going to seal these walls back up, and we should have a much better time here. All right, guys, if you would, again, hit the like button, subscribe. I will be back when I've made some progress. The shelves behind me, or the shelf behind me, is completely empty. As you can see, is completely empty, which is just the first of many steps. The next step is going to be removing this shelf. That is not going to be easy. That is not a one-man job. So I am going to have to wait until I know that Spencer has a day off and is willing to help. But as soon as he's willing to do that, we'll go ahead and take this apart. I'll be back when I've made some more progress. So it's been a couple days and I've had some time, and as you see, there used to be a shelf up there with the Star Wars Millennium Falcon AT-AT boxes. That's gone completely. And on this other side, I've removed the plywood but not the framing yet, and that actually goes the whole entire length. I've removed the plywood shelf and now I just need to remove these boards. I'll be back when I've made that progress. Well, I got some good news and got some bad news. Okay, for the good news is that my son Spencer came out here and helped me. And now we have this whole entire wall exposed. And that's the best part, is that I'm done with as far as I wanted to get today. The bad news is, in this area, we have what's called the Mormon cricket. And they are all over here. And they are bad this year. And in fact, I found some living in the walls. There's a little bit of a lip where they put some flashing, and the guy, this wall, because it was covered, he really couldn't get the foam in there that great. On the other walls, he did. The other piece of bad news is that, so you look down here, you can see sunlight coming through, which it doesn't on the other ones. So I'm going to have to do a combination of foam, and I'm going to have to do a combination of screws to tidy that up. And the good news is I found an unused can of this. So I've got the foam, I've got the screws, so that parting is not going to cost me anything. I just got to go ahead and do it, and that'll be for another project. And also, I ripped out the electrical because it was done wrong, and so we'll be doing that here shortly. So if you guys would, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on all notifications, leave me a comment below. If you do want to help out this project, there is a PayPal link in the description to make a direct donations. And right now, any donation I get is going to go towards insulation in the walls. I already have all the supplies I need for the electrical. That's not a problem, but the insulation, I've got nothing for it. So, and I need to close this up so I can reclose up this wall. We did save all of the pieces and they're in order. So that is not going to be a problem either. No plywood needed. Please head there. If you need pieces for your mods and your mocks, head over to my Bricklink store and buy from me. That wood right there will help me out to be able to get also the money I need for the installation. If you don't have the financial means, I totally understand, and I get it. There's other ways to support the channel, and that is to watch another video right after this one. That helps out. Also, if you share a link to this video or any of my other videos on other social media platforms, be my marketing department, which I cannot afford, do not have the time to do, you're helping me out. So, all right, guys, be good to each other, stay safe out there, and be watching out for my next shop or other video.